I will begin. Welcome everybody to day 4 of Blockchain Week 2023. Before we commence, I want to do a welcome to country. So I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we are gathered. I'm connecting from Melbourne and I want to pay respect to the Wurundjeri people, on whose lands we are located. I honour their deep connection to this land and pay respects to their elders, past, present, and emerging. Good morning, everybody, afternoon or evening, wherever you may be in the world. I'm Amy Rose Goody, Head of Operations at Blockchain Australia, joining you from the Hall and Wilcox offices in the beautiful Melbourne, Australia. I am thrilled to serve as your host today for day 4 of Blockchain Week 2023. The theme of the day is International Digital Asset Regulatory and Innovation Landscapes. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all our accomplished keynote speakers and panelists and delegates from APAC, EU, US, and the Middle East. The industry leaders today in blockchain technology are going to be sharing an enormous wealth of knowledge, and we are very grateful for their time and energy and expertise joining us today. I'd also like to welcome now Simon Callaghan, who is our recently appointed CEO of Blockchain Australia. Without further ado, Simon, please step onto the stage.
Thank you, Amy Rose, and welcome everyone. We've created a day-long exploration into the vast and dynamic international landscape, digital asset regulation, and innovation. Today, we delve into several key areas. We'll be scrutinizing geopolitical trends and examining how global politics are shaping the future of blockchain and digital currencies. We'll explore the regional regulatory frameworks for digital assets and their evolution. Our focus will also turn to the opportunities and challenges for blockchain and digital currencies within emerging economies. Finally, we'll navigate the complex web of compliance, navigating cross-border regulations, ensuring interoperability, and fostering international collaboration. Our day will run from 8 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, with 2 breaks in between to give you time to digest the information. So sit back, ready yourselves for an enriching day full of engaging discussions, and let us embark on this global journey together. Welcome to day 4 of Blockchain Week 2023.
Simon, we do have about 5 minutes before Gracie Chen, the Managing Director of BitGet, and joins us for a keynote. So I want to have a chat with you briefly, just to have a run through of what your experience as the new CEO of Blockchain Australia, what it has been for Blockchain Week 2023. Have you been to other blockchain weeks, and what are your key takeaways, and what would you like to see next year?
Yeah, I have firstly been to, I was at the first blockchain week, I think it was 2021, if I'm correct. I'd just returned to Australia from living in New York for 5 years at that point. I was leading a CFI lending program here in Australia and into Asia as well. We set up our APAC headquarters in Sydney. And I think the takeaway from this week is it's been overwhelmingly positive. I think we've had really great engagement. I'm sitting in Brisbane currently, and I've been in Sydney the last few days, and I'm looking forward to getting down and seeing some familiar faces and meeting some new ones in Melbourne. And I've just been really overwhelmed at the engagement within the industry across each of the Eastern Seaboard major capitals. I think moving forward, we're really appreciative of the sponsorship of Investment New South Wales, and we're hoping to make next year even bigger and better. I think it was wonderful the level of international engagement, the the fact that we're speaking to Hester Peirce today. We've got Gracie Chen and BitGet from the UK. We had Michael Sholov from Fireblocks in person all week here in Australia. So these are really fantastic developments, and it's great to see the engagement of the global blockchain community and seeing the opportunities that exist here in Australia. I look forward to engaging with the government. I've said that a number of times. I think we've developed a key policy initiative coming out of this week in terms of addressing online scams and the exit point that exists, using digital currencies. I think we need to take a collaborative approach, and I look forward to engaging with the government departments, the banks themselves over the coming weeks, and if we can really broaden that to get commitment from the entry points of online scams, where the scam actually occurs, and work with the telecommunication industry and social media companies to develop a framework that is industry-led, that we can take to government and develop, work with the current Albanese government to bring to the public a national online safety awareness campaign that isn't just targeted at children, that online safety involves all generations and adults, and we need to do as much as we can as a society and as an industry to protect our most vulnerable, and if that includes elderly people, then we need to be doing something in that space. So happy that Blockchain Week has led to tangible outcome that will have larger benefits for the Australian people and the Australian economy.
There has been a lot of, outside of Blockchain Week, there's been a lot of things happening. We released the media release yesterday. If you go on our LinkedIn or our website, you'll see some of those that we've recently put out. There's a lot happening in the industry. If just for the last, I guess, 2 minutes, do you want to sort of share what you envision as a future, maybe what Blockchain Week looks like next year, what sort of players we have involved, or maybe what the industry looks like, the diversity, or what you envision as the CEO of Blockchain Australia?
Yeah, I mean, I think anybody working in this space, well, firstly, we have a high risk tolerance, but a lot can change in 12 months and in a year, and we've seen that in the last 12 months. It's difficult to predict exactly where we'll be, but I think given the macroeconomic climate that we're in globally and in Australia also, I think we will probably see I imagine growth within our industry. So I'm really hoping that next year we continue to grow, continue to look outward, maybe have some more involvement from the government themselves. I've been really impressed with the engagement of the at the executive level with the departments that we've had involved. We want to continue that engagement. Having on Monday, having 3 of the big 4 banks involved in the panel was really excellent and a really productive discussion. So I expect that we'll have some tangible outcomes in 12 months to be able to present and take forward, and continue to engage with the global blockchain community, work with the various departments to look outward and see Australian businesses grow and let the world know that Australia is open for business, and I hope we'll have a clearer regulatory framework from which to do that as a platform.
And look, we're going to learn a lot today about what the rest of the world is doing. So we're probably going to get some takeaways from today as well. Thanks, Simon, for jumping on. We are going to see you later in the day for a fireside chat and a couple of other things. So I will see you in an hour or so, I guess.
Fantastic. Thanks, Amy Rose.
Thanks, Simon.